you for the constant shakiness you are about to see. Reading. Also in 1995, the footage was found so that in 4 years, some upstart studio could delight audiences with the real deaths of 3 kids and profit handsomely from it. Also, their footage was found, but that means someone went into the exact same woods as they did, went into that same creepy-ass house where they died, and absolutely nothing happened to the people who found the footage. Either that or the Blair Witch sent it out UPS to someone's doorstep, which means it was not so much found as it was mailed.
Some essential reading.
Book inventory.
Hey, it's Mr. Punctuality!
Well, he's the one guy who ended up with a decent career after this, so he who arrives last arrives hardest, or something.
No one knows I took it, but I got it.
People about to shoot a documentary on the Blair Witch thieve a film camera and expect not to get murdered for that shit. Movie decides that motion sickness is not a thing, and decides to include all the movements.
We've got so much battery power we could fuel a small world country for a month.
So don't even think about calling us out when the cameras last for 5 days while being on constantly. Oh, well, I'm calling you out. You see what I did there? No one will be seated during the gang goes to get groceries scene. Also, every grocery store in the world would have kicked these assholes out for using a camera in their store. Mononucleosis. Heather really fancied herself the Michael Moore of urban legend documentaries.
There are an unusually high number of children laid to rest here, most of whom passed in the 1940s. Yet no one in the town seems to recall anything unusual about this time.
So far you talked to one girl, and she clearly wasn't around during that time. Right after this, all you find are people who want to talk about it. So what the hell are you talking about?
But also, I saw a documentary on the Discovery Channel or somewhere.
Really?
People making a documentary on the Blair Witch have somehow not seen this documentary.
The fall or the winter 1940, some of the young kids started to disappear.
But only 1940, because witches only need to feed every 70 years due to extremely low metabolism rates. This kid is a dick to his mom's face.
Finally, one day, old Mr. Parr come down into the market and said, "I'm finally finished." The police finally went up on the mountain.
Police decided to investigate a mountain due to a crazy old man saying shit with absolutely no context.
Right.
She opened up her shaw.
The Blair Witch, in addition to being an awful murderer, is also an avid flasher.
So you measured for meters? What? We're not in Europe.
The metric system.
It also has our system.
Our system. So there's 2 beds, 2 guys, 1 girl. What's the score, gentlemen? Rampant alcoholism.
But I'm gonna call my mom, and we don't really need to get that.
But we did need to get you grocery shopping and all that other bullshit you've been shooting so far.
There's my friend Josh.
Once again, documentarians failed to capture the wild alcohol-fueled banging that occurred on the previous night.
This is a documentary entitled The Blair Witch Project.
Roll fake documentary credits.
Some girl back in the late 1800s supposedly just wandered off, disappeared into the
Who knows
woods.
supposedly about it?
These guys make quite the pair, don't they? It's like the living embodiment of the odd couple smashed together with a river runs through it. Also, the townspeople's continued candidness about the Blair Witch fucks up Heather's cemetery monologue pretty hard. As Heather shot the car with the water bottle still on top of it, she got this weird feeling that she was never going to see this car with a water bottle still on top of it ever again. It's why she shot it so dramatically, and for so long.
I see a dirty behind.
Not dirty enough for me. Documentary footage of reading a book aloud.
Each was bound to the other, each man's hands bound to the next man's feet.
Blair Witch unwittingly inspires the human centipede 10 years later.
So you heard noises last night.
People here to document the Blair Witch somehow don't get up to record strange noises in the night. F***ing stoners.
One of them could have possibly been an owl, but the other one was like a cackling.
That pretty much makes the fact that you didn't document it even more of a sin. So we're going to go ahead and sin this a second time. Documentation of Mike's patchy chest hair.
What killed this dead mouse?
Boredom, probably.
I think it's Heather taking a piss.
Fetish videos.
I don't.
Lost, admit that first.
About half of this movie is arguing, and most of that arguing is about being lost.
Think of the joy of being in a really good film.
Define good. And film. The Blair Witch, in addition to being an awful murderer and a flasher, is also an avid nightly branch stomper to f*** with campers.
Michael, are you saying you're not coming down?
Yeah, why would he? Intelligence dictates not to chase the sound.
I woke up all of a sudden and shit's going down.
Same girl who couldn't hear the cackling the night before because she sleeps like a rock can, on the next night, suddenly hear branches snapping or whatever the f*** that was.
You know exactly what's going on?
Yes.
We know that Heather is making guesses, but why don't either of these guys ever ask what the plan is, having her point to the map saying, here's where we are and here's where we're going?
I don't think it's deer though, man. It sounds exactly like the shit last night.
Which could not have been a deer because deer rarely repeat their movements 2 nights in a row. More than 1 minute of mostly darkness and occasional blurry footage.
It's got nothing to do with what we're here for.
It has everything to do with what the f*** you're here for.
And there are piles of rocks outside of our tent.
So, loud Blair Witch is loud when it comes to making noises all through the woods, but she surreptitiously piled a bunch of rocks just outside your tent because she's a total silent whore up close.
I'm not playing head games.
Why is the guy who's been yelling about being done and just sick and tired and all that shit bothering to record this right now?
I gave you back the map, Heather.
Oh shit, I fell asleep. Are they still arguing about this map? Planking.
You guys weren't lying to me about the map, were you?
They should have called this movie Maps, Lies, and Videotape.
If I know that you have it...
Skip.
I kicked that fucking map into the creek yesterday.
Why is he admitting this just now? Why is he admitting it at all? Also, how did he get his hands on it and secretly kick it into a creek anyway? Was it while Heather and Josh were making pee videos in the woods? Also, let's assume the Blair Witch didn't have anything to do with this, that Mike made this decision on his own, because it would have taken some serious sorcery for the witch to even know they had a map, and then influence one of the crew to kick it into the creek. He did this because he thinks the map is worthless, despite the fact that they found the areas they needed to find during the shoot. In my world, having a useless map is still better than not having a map at all.
Off me, man!
Mike somehow didn't expect to get his ass kicked for revealing this information. And holy shit, no one actually kicks this guy's ass.
I'm sorry about the map, man.
Okay.
I just want to say that this is now fully 6 minutes of arguing about a map. In an 80-minute movie, that means at least 7.5% of this is map arguing. Not including the couple of other times they were lost and thought Heather was full of shit about being able to read it.
Does anybody have a reason why we're stopped?
Probably to gather more energy to argue with you about the map. Which arts and crafts?
And this is no redneck. No redneck is this creative.
That's racist.
Okay, I've got everything on video, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't even fucking see these, man.
Yeah, documentary buffs would have fucking blasted you for missing those.
I think it's safe to say at this point that we're lost.
What, the 6 minutes of arguing about the map didn't bring you to that conclusion?
Because 2 nights in a row we've lit a fire. We didn't light one the first night.
And nothing happened.
Did you guys forget the cackling? Blair Witch, in addition to being an awful murderer, flasher, and branch stomper, is also an avid tent puncher. That footage was not found. Also, a guy who agreed to take a film camera out during this attack decides not to turn the camera that way. Also, this movie clearly breaks the record for the most densely populated amount of fucks in one movie. Also, a murderer, flasher, and branch stomper is also an avid tent puncher. That footage was not found. Also, a guy who agreed to take a film camera out during this attack decides not to turn the camera that way. Also, this movie clearly breaks the record for the most densely populated amount of fucks in one movie. Also, I'm sending this movie on all the people who vomited during it because they couldn't handle the motion sickness. I had to clean up your vomit. You couldn't wait to get to the bathroom, so fuck all of you and fuck you, movie. Nearly 1 minute of darkness. Did no one see anything during this entire attack? Whoever did this was right there. They have 2 cameras, and Heather is so interested in documenting this shit she didn't manage to get anything at all.
Whose shit was thrown around? Who's specific? Why you?
Josh's stuff was obviously thrown around because he accidentally kicked those rocks earlier. But why didn't the Blair Witch just kill him? That'll teach you to fuck with rocks, dude.
If you bite me one more time, I will throw you in the fucking woods.
This is a bizarre threat since you're in the fucking woods already. How about kicking her in the creek, since she's useless too?
What the fuck was this blue jelly shit all over my shit?
Love to hell, but no one documented the blue jelly shit at any point during a movie where people are documenting arguments over maps. The Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, that's the tree we crossed. That tree is down. That's the same one.
Blair Witch would really like these assholes to leave the woods, but decides to trick their sense of direction into going back to the exact same places.
I can't listen to fighting. I can't fight.
Josh is ultra pissed at Heather for getting them lost, but apparently no one has any anger left for Mike, who kicked the fucking map into the river.
Okay, here's your motivation. You're lost. You're angry in the woods.
Man, Josh's mise-en-scène is all f***ed up. It's actually amazing Heather doesn't thrash Josh right now, and considering the weak sauce he put up against Mike a minute ago, she would win pretty easily.
That's all I have left, okay? Just...
Having seen the dailies for this documentary, you never really had that either.
You gonna write us a happy ending, Heather?
Of course not. We're shooting a documentary here. We didn't bring the tools for scripts. Wait, the one guy here who is definitely beyond a shadow of a doubt sick and tired of the camera is the one shooting this?
Who wants a cheeseburger?
What a dick. Josh!
What's your favorite thing to do on a Sunday?
It used to be drive to the woods and go hiking.
Haha, irony, but wrong. Filming stuff is all you had left, remember? Nearly 1 minute of darkness. Josh! Oh, f*** it. Twig gift. Also, I don't know how the hell these people get to sleep at night with all this stuff going on. Jump cut affection. I guess this is supposed to be hair, teeth, and blood, but honestly, I'll never really know. It's amazing the movie even shows us this. Also, which gives the gift of Josh's hair, teeth, and blood, but decides to keep his hatred of Heather to herself. Also, in addition to being an awful murderer, flasher, branch stomper, and tent puncher, well, actually, she's a pretty goddamn awful murderer. Damn.
What happened?
Nothing happened.
Heather neither shows the bloody hair teeth to Mike, nor tells him about it.
Tell me you're not eating a dry leaf.
It's no worse than eating a clapperboard. Nostril exam.
I just want to apologize to Mike's mom and Josh's mom and my mom.
But f*** the dads. Shit, they owe me an apology.
And it's all because of me that we're here now, hungry, cold, and hunted.
Hunted implies that she hasn't found you yet. F***ed with is the phrase you're looking for.
Holy shit. It's a house.
We'll have to go in because I can't resist the smell of gingerbread. They actually took 2 cameras with them in this search for Josh, didn't they? I guess it makes sense since they have lights on them and everything, but damn, did they not bring any flashlights? Black handprints remind us that kids were killed by the Blair Witch long ago and had their hands dipped in black ink before dying, for some reason. Okay, so one of the townspeople told us about the standing in the corner thing with the dead kids earlier.
And then he would kill the other one. And then when he's done with that, he'd grab the one out of the corner and kill that one too.
But how pointless is that? You, in the corner. I'm gonna kill your friend. Then I'll kill you. Besides, how did she make Mike stand here? Mike is a grown-ass man. Aw, man, it wasn't real? Damn, I just started a fund to help their families and everything.
I'm not playing head games. I gave you back the map, Heather.
I gave you the map.
I gave you back the map.
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
You guys weren't lying to me about the map, were you? Because this just seems like you guys are having just a little bit too much fun for my taste.
You know what you need, Heather? You know what you really need? You need a good stiff dick that'll shut that mouth. Luke!
So we're taping people talking about it.
Oh, no, thank you. I barely even know Rob. I'm just coming to say hi to Lily, so it's a little weird if I'm even on it.
Okay, cool.
Josh!
Say Josh! Again. Say Josh! Again. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say
Josh!
one more goddamn time. Josh!
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Marshmallow.
Here I go.
Drink! Drink!
Lorraine, what are you doing?
I swiped it from the old lady's liquor cabinet.
Yeah, well... Jesus, you smoke too?
While wandering the woods, fighting about maps, and occasionally looking for the Blair Witch, these 3 kids could clearly have benefited from some healthy, tasty, energizing snacks. Unfortunately for them, NatureBox didn't exist when they made this documentary, so they died. Thankfully for you, NatureBox does exist today.
The future. Unbelievable.
Just go to naturebox.com/cinemasins and you can be chowing down on vittles delivered straight to your door.
Thanks.
I heard that you were feeling ill.
Right now, NatureBox wants to give you a free sampler box of some of their most popular snacks, and they're all freaking delicious. With thousands of varieties of sweet and salty snacks.
These pretzels are making me thirsty!
You are sure to find enough to fuel your own filmmaking or getting lost in the woods dreams.
I'm sorry about the map, man.